This is Big's Golf Talk with Big John Vick and Bill the Golf Father Cuevas.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on the Lake County Sports Network, Stitcher Radio, Full Gamut Radio Network, iHeartRadio, and on your Alexa devices for Amazon. Big John Vick along with Bill the Golf Father Cuevas. Welcome back as we tee it up on 6, 7, 8, and 9. And Bill, I know you're a big fan of booking tee times online as I am, and it seems to me there's always that only option of 9 holes or 18 holes. Have you ever thought about the ability of paying per hole? So whatever holes you play, that's what you pay.
Honestly, being in Florida, and we have the crazy weather during the summertime most of the time with the rain, and you never know when it's coming. So their system of issuing rain checks, I find to be flawed.
Yes.
In how they do it and how they manage to give us the stuff. And, I was actually thinking about it. I was like, it's a pretty neat idea with the eGull golf stuff because, sometimes we've gone out there and if you play, I think it's after 13, you can't get a rain check anymore. And with eGull Pay, if you play, 13, 14, and 15, that's what you're going to pay for. So I'm thinking it's a really good concept, and I'm interested to see how receptive these golf courses are, because I know the biggest complaint that we hear on our courses here are that, when we need a rain check, you're only going to get 9 holes. You know what I mean? So it's really not cost effective. If the weather's going to look bad 90% of the time, we just won't play.
Well, eGull Incorporated, new exhibitor at the 2018 PGA Merchandise Show, is going to bring a fresh perspective to golf. Play and pay by the hole, and boy, oh boy, is this growing revenues 1 hole at a time, and they will be at the PGA Show for the exciting education session. And here to join us to talk about eGull Incorporated, Pascal Stoll is the CEO. Pascal, welcome into Big's Golf Talk, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate being there with you guys.
In the opening here, as we came into this segment, we're talking about booking tee times. I know here in Wisconsin area, you only have the choices of booking 9 or 18, but the idea of being able to pay per hole is a really good one, especially if people have a tight schedule. Maybe there's imminent weather that's going to be approaching. Maybe we could get in 4 or 5 holes. As Billy said, a lot of golf courses, rain checks, the system of the rain checks is flawed. Is this what you have found in your research?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are 3 different things that play and pay by the hole is attractive to not only golf operators but golfers as well. I think the inclement weather one is a very important one, being it in a rainy, rain or snow or cold or extreme heats like in Arizona. Many golfers feel that, why am I going to go and play and suffer, and then I'm going to have to quit, and then I've paid for 18 and I've only played 6 or 7 holes. So allowing people to play for the number of holes that they played is a logical way to kill the issue of rain checks, which is always painful for golf courses because they lose money, and it's painful for golfers because they don't get all their money back most often when such inclement weather comes. And then the other is we don't all have time for 18 holes. Millennials, busy executives, mom that have to go and pick up the kids at 3:00. So now we give them the opportunity to play. And if you think about it, golf was, until now, the only sport that if you had an hour, you could actually play the game. The only thing that you resorted to was hitting a bucket of balls, and that's about it. Now with Play and Pay by the Hole, the app that is available on the Apple and the Android stores, allows golfers to play for the amount of time that they want to spend for their favorite pastime.
What I have found, and let's actually we're going to go back to the consumer side of it. But what I want to do is now talk about the business side of it for the golf courses. We have many golf courses here in the Midwest that listen to this program. And how does it work for them?
So it's super simple. It is actually a free application for the golf course operators. Once we set up the golf course, they have a dashboard on the Pro Shop PC. The golfer requests to play and pay by the hole. His names appear on the dashboard. The golf course issues a code that is unique for that round. Once the code is entered into the golfer's smartphone and the golfer is instructed where to go play, let's say, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, nobody's on 12 and they want to play 6 holes. Well, why don't you start on hole number 12? And our app does the rest. We GPS track the golfer on the golf course, just like Uber or Lyft. And when the golfer is done with the number of holes he or she wanted to play, it is automatically billed inside the app, and the golf course is automatically paid through the app, just like Uber does with their drivers.
Let me ask you, how can the golf course operators, and I actually had a friend of mine ask me this when I approached him about this idea, one of the questions he had was, would they have to provide staffing to monitor these holes, or is it mainly a system where it's an honor system where they come back to the clubhouse and say, this is how many holes I've played?
Well, so it is not an honor system. There's another company that is providing it on the honor system, and the challenge for that company is exactly what your buddy told you, is how do I monitor and make sure that I don't get cheated? What we've done is we've deployed technology that is GPS based. So we use the GPS capabilities inside of a smartphone to track exactly how many holes a golfer has played. Now,
wow.
the beautiful thing for the operator is that on their dashboard at any moment in time, they can see live all the players that are on their course on the play and pay by the hole. Now, we've also built a number of features to make sure that A, they don't need staff, and B, they don't get cheated. So if a golfer was to kill the app midstream, for example, then they will be charged 18 holes automatically. So the golf operator really does not need to have extra staff, is in control of when the course is open for play and pay by the hole, how much they want to charge per hole.
And Billy, you and I had this discussion when I was talking with my golf course buddies about this. Remember when we talked about, I wonder how this can be monitored, but what a great feature to have within the app. And then also when the golf courses install the system, Billy, they'll be able to monitor the golfers on what hole they're on now.
Yes. Yes, they do. And that's what I like the best about it is that you don't have to go back to the pro shop. So when you're done playing the holes that you're playing, you go to your car, you unload your bag, you do what you got to do. There's no need to check in with anybody. The app actually charges you. You pay for it, and you're done. It's awesome.
Exactly.
I think it's a great concept, and it really covers just about all the bases that people like us want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like going back into, especially when you do the twilight,
right.
You don't want that. It becomes a hindrance to have to do all these extra things. And then when you have twilight golf, you're paying, $15 and you just get to golf whatever you get to golf. If you get 5 holes, you get 5 holes. If you get 4 holes, you get 4 holes. But at least with the pay as you go, it's better. People are going to be more out to do it because now, hey, I'm actually getting a value. You're not just telling me, here, give me $15 and go play what you can, and too bad if you can't. Now it's here. You're going to pay for what you play. I think it's a really great concept.
I think so.
And there's many others. Yep, there's many other things that I think is likely to happen. Like in Wisconsin or in Washington State, for example, it stays light till like 10 or 11 o'clock at night during the summertime, and golf courses don't want to stay open that late. Well, now they can close and they don't have to, wait to get somebody to come back in to check out. It's all done in the app. Makes it very convenient for golfers and golf operators and golf courses to enable the system.
It sounds like it's a really good thing. Let's go to the consumer side of things. Does this cost me anything to subscribe? Do I need to subscribe to anything when I download the app?
Nope, the app is free, and you just go to the Apple stores or the Android and search for eGull, eGull, and just download the app. Once the app is on your phone, courses that are closest to you are going to be listed first, and just connect with the golf course and let them know that you want to go and play a few holes, and there you go.
How is the price determined per hole?
Typically, what we find is golf courses take their standard green fee for, the period of time or the hours that they enable play and pay by the hole, divide by 18,
okay,
and maybe add a little premium, 5% or 10% for the privilege.
Sounds good. On top of playing by hole, will you guys also be offering specials, say, to play 18 holes?
So the way the system works is if you actually do play 18 and the course had a premium, you will never pay more than the standard 18-hole green fee.
Sweet. That's sweet.
Now, the beautiful thing is you could, let's say, pretty often, sometimes you play 18 and, wow, I'd love to have a few more holes because today is my lucky day, and I'd love to go and extend my play a little bit. So why not go and play 19, 20, 21 holes?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you're going to be at the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando, Florida. Talk about what you guys are going to be doing at the show.
So we have a number of different things that we are going to be announcing at the show. So one of them, and it's a premiere for your listeners, is we have a strategic partnership with the European PGA Tour. The reason why the European PGA Tour is important is they have pioneered new format for golf professional to play, and there is one thing called the golf sixes, where professional golfers play 6 holes in competitive format. Now, what's interesting is the same type of concept could be applied for the general golf consumer. Typically, very few of us have the opportunity to play in golf tournaments just because it takes a lot of time. But what if you were to go and say you play 6 holes on Wednesdays, 3 weeks in a row? Now I have an 18-hole tournament played over 3 weeks, 6 holes at a time.
Wow. Yes. Nice idea. Very, very nice.
And find a way to get, fun and competitive golf at the same time. And so the first Wednesday you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the next you play 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you finish and everybody rotates. It allows the golf course to fill out their afternoon tee time at 4 o'clock and have plenty of golfers have a lot of fun.
Sounds like you have covered every single base when it comes to growing the game of golf and making golf more fun for the golfers out there. And play by per hole is a great concept, and the way you guys have got it set up sounds like you got every base covered, and it sounds like you guys had hit a home run on this one, or maybe we should say a 400-yard drive on this
400-yard drive. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing that I would encourage your listeners is, you as a golfer, you have the power to make things happen, and so let your club know that this is something you want. Right. The golf is a very traditional sport anchored in old ways and fashions of doing things. And some of the courses that we took to sometimes says, well, I don't think golfers want to do that. I
Right.
think golfers want to play 18 holes. That's the way the game is designed and made for. Well, initially, golf was 12 holes. The first golf
Right.
course, Prestwick, was actually only 12 holes.
Yep. Yep.
So, we're bringing back the old times, and we're allowing people to actually play on their own time.
Sounds good. How can people find out more information about eGull Pay?
They can go to www.egull.golf or www.egullpay.com. And our website has a lot of nice elements of information on where to go play. And we're also going to try to create some interesting programs to encourage golfers to encourage their course to deploy. So a lot of things happening that will be announced at the show, not only for golf operators, but also for golfers nationwide. Like we're looking to explore working with the USGA, for example, and how can we go and be a part of helping them grow the game through some of the technologies that we're bringing to market.
Sounds good. Pascal, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. I'm hoping to meet up with you in Orlando, Florida, and saying hello and shaking your hand. Great concept you have, eGull Pay, eGull Incorporated. Pascal Stoles with us here on Big's Golf Talk. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
As we make the turn here on Big's Golf Talk, when we come back, your Golf Life Report is next.